Good evening. Welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Monday. Being as today was a holiday, markets seemed kind of slow and muted tonight. Had one good move on the Nasdaq so far this evening. This move right here, off this signal. I actually entered that move, but I didn't follow through on it. I got out early, so I'm up about $13 right now. Yeah, I know, big, but yeah, and it was stupid of me not to just stay in the trade. That's what I gotta get better at. 'Cause you see, this one at least 22. It says probably about 25. I would have been looking for 15. Not a lot of volume on the UltraBond. Gold even started off muted volume. Its only its biggest move so far has been about 8 ticks. It's sideways. ES and crude. Crude came down a bit from the open. Natural gas looks like an alligator. Seriously, kind of looks like an alligator. That's kind of cool. So, not a lot going on here. So, as we wait for some signals, getting a couple right here. Oh, copper's kind of trying to do pops. These look like big candles. These are only 2 and 3 ticks each. We see it's actually at the top of the 70. It's pulling back. So, since it doesn't look like I have an audience yet, I have an MTurk hit that I was working on that I didn't finish. So I'm going to work on finishing that while I watch the charts. And if anyone decides to pop on, say hi. There's a Russell signal, but you can see the Russell barely has any volume. For tonight, we're probably going to focus on the NQ and the N and gold. Maybe some crude. Maybe the ES, but the ES is basically doing the same thing that the Nasdaq's doing. I'm really not sure there's a purpose of trading both NQ and ES. I think it's either one or the other because they basically do the same thing. I mean, every now and then you get divergence, but it does look like the NQ's wanting to head down here now. It came down here, sent this short signal, popped back up, kind of bounced off the SMA, and now, so we'll watch. Let's make a line. It's not the line I want. I want that line. We'll put it here. That's the wrong line. Whoops. Did I hit? Let's try that. Put it right there. It's about 4 points away. I'm sorry. I'll add an alert on it. Only once crossing that horizontal ray. Great. Now, if it comes back down for us, we will look at that and maybe enter. Now it looks like it wants to pop back up, going up back up toward a buy signal there. And for that, I want to see it get back above this level here. I mean, right now, that's about a 12-point range, I think. Let's set it right on there. So we're in this 12, well, this range, a little bit of a range here, and we've really been in it since, back here basically. So looking to see when and where it might break that range. What was that signal that popped there? Thank you. Oh, just touched that buy signal and kind of, so I had an alert for that ray too. Great. Now Q will tell me if it decides to get above either of those. That's odd. See, there's not a lot going on. Remember, you feel free to say hi in chat, since there's not a lot going on. Make the night go a little bit faster, or not really faster, but okay, there's a buy signal and then Q. It just looks like it's trying to go up, but once again, we're looking for it to cross this line here. The high on this was 98. So if it gets up out of there, we might want to take a long. Finished my MTER kit. Now you all have my full attention. Sitting right there on that line. Crude, there we go. Okay, so there we have broken it. And then Q chart. We're gonna buy, oh wait, quick flush down. Undecided here. We're going in on this trade. I don't think we're gonna go for look for 15 points though. Let's go for 10 right now. See how it does. So far we're up. Oh, guess you want to see my chart. There we go. See how we do here. Right now we're down just a bit. It's actually, I mean, it's fluctuating right at that line, right at the. It's struggling to get above 600, well, 599. See if it can get above there. That guy might come down. Several wick top tail wicks on those green candles. Now we have a couple red candles. See if we can get some positive direction. There, there's a little bit of positive. Still struggling to get up to that 15,600 level. Did hit it once, I believe, on this. Yeah, hit it once on that one candle 4 minutes ago, but immediately bounced down. Like they don't want it to get above there. Consolidating here. See if it's consolidating to move up more. We see that our SMA line has started curling up. It's a good sign. But we are 2 minutes from the top of the hour, which can be bad news as I want to say Japan comes online, and usually you see a big couple candles as those banks make some moves. Got a 7.5 point stop on this. $30 to the top of the hour. Excuse me. Yep, just broke through that 600 level. Right before the, I wonder if I should take that profit right now before it flushes down at the top of the hour. Let's see what happens. There's the move down. If we continue upwards, or if this is the reversal. Up back to break even. I should have taken that profit. See if it comes all the way back, or if it bounces back off and back up. Gonna move our stop just slightly. Keep it underneath that SMA line, but ooh, big move down. This was the flush I was worried about. See if it bounces off the SMA, or if it comes down to stop us out. There we go. Back to green. And keep the momentum. Yeah. Seeing topping tails on each of these candles. Oh, big flush down back to my uh, entry point. Now we see it struggling up here. We see it's popped here 3 times and came back down. If it gives me a fourth shot at that, I'll probably uh, close it. In fact, let me move my. That'll give me 5 points. And I'll leave one open if it hits that. So it looks like it wants to come down. See, that bounces off the SMA. We're gonna first stop just below the SMA. Still kind of sideways. You can see here, if you look in the top left-hand corner on here, how it consolidated here, and we had 3 big candles, and now it's doing the consolidation thing again. Again, we'll see if it bounces off the SMA line here. Oh, nope, no bounce. It's coming down to tease my stop. See if it bounces. Yeah. New candle, let's see. More red. Russell and ES sending me a short signal, but Nasdaq popped up back up to green. Let's see if it comes back. Interesting bounce here. Coming back up. Gold also bouncing up. Bounce back down. Back to red. And this is where it's going to stop me out. Maybe. Pretty sure. Maybe not. It's just kind of playing with me. Kind of like how a cat plays with a mouse. I'll really be surprised if this comes back up, but I'll give it time. The volume on the NQ is light, under 100 per minute. Gold's actually dipped back down to that range we were in earlier. Now it needs to try and get back, see if it can get back above that 600. I'm not holding out much hope. There we go. Okay, there we finally, it finally stopped me out. So we're down 49.50 now. Is that a 3.5 point loss? No. 98 minus 91. 6.5 point loss. So 0 for 1 for the night. Uh-oh. Huh. Not sure why my chart just went blank, but okay. Now it's coming down. I didn't enter this short. But let's see what it does. So I should have took this when it was up here, but you gotta give it room to work. But it only went about 7 points. See, this short signal here failed. And this long signal here failed. This short signal here failed. Crude oil. Short signal, but I don't like it. Gold's in there on buy signal, or a long signal. Big move up here. Well, big based on the history of the evening. It's only 5 ticks. But you can see we actually have major resistance at this area. You can see the green line going across. It's tried here once, twice, 3, 4, 5, and then all these candles in a row came up to the same area. So it's got to show me that it's breaking through here. I mean, more than just 1 tick. But maybe this was, well, NQ is just broke down below that other, line. So it looks like short might have been the way to go. It's already down 7. Obviously, I missed this one. Possible missed opportunity. Let's see if it goes 15. Let's see if that would have given me my profit target. We can get rid of these lines now, for now. Actually, let's move this line up to here, basically, so we can watch that as the major resistance area going up. We'll see how far this comes down. This might just be expanding the range. Kind of bounced off that 200 EMA. So this signal on copper right at the top of the hour, that one moved really good. It's come down 15 ticks. That'd been an excellent trade. I wasn't really looking at it, honestly. UltraBond seems like it's gotten some volume. Let's look. Not a whole heck of a lot, but it came down 13 at a low of 8. That would have gave us 5 ticks if we had jumped in there. Yeah, but so you can see here, I normally go for 16 ticks on copper. And boom, boom, boom. With an 8 tick stop, which is there. And as you can see, this would have boom, 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 been a great trade. Meanwhile, NQ is continuing to try and move down. Let's mark that as well. Right now in the evening, I have decided to go with a 15-point profit target by 7.5 point stop loss. So 2 to 1 on NQ. I did research in the last 2 weeks of NQ in the evenings from open till 10 p.m. my time, 11 Eastern. And according to my research, that 2-to-1 resulted in 32 wins, 28 losses over the course of 2 weeks. So I mean, I know that doesn't sound impressive. You know, that's only a it's only a 53% win rate, but it's 2-to-1. It's a 2-to-1 win rate. So over time, if you're just doing one contract, and of course I'm doing micros. I'm doing 5 micros instead of a full contract. So we can cut this in half. So 32 wins times 15 points minus 28. Oh, here. Hey, oh, wait, hold on. Let me look at what those signals are firing. UltraBond and gold. Gold's still sideways. So let's go back to what I was doing. So, okay, here's my calculator. 28 times 15 minus, 32 times 15 minus 28 times 7.5. Why doesn't, oops, try that. 7, times 7.5. So that's 270 ticks of profit over 2 weeks. On a 53% win rate. Now in a full micro, I'm sorry, on a full mini, one contract, $20 a point. That'd be $5,400. Right now I'm doing half that. So divide that by 2, it'd be $2,700 over 2 full weeks. So an average of $270 a day. There was one day that was absolutely horrible. That was this past Thursday. It gave 10 trades in the evening, which was a lot, and it would only been 3 wins and 7 losses. But when you're running 2-to-1, do you know how big of a loss that would be? Makes it. I mean, 7 losses sounds horrible, right? 3 wins times 15 minus 7 times 7.5. It's only a loss of 7.5 points. Basically the same amount I just lost on. $75 on 5 micros, or $150 on one regular contract. So even losing 7 out of 10, the loss would have only been 7.5 points. So that's what I'm going to stick with in the evenings. In the mornings, I'm going 30 by 15. Oops. Okay. Uh-oh. I bet you. There we go. Gold still sending me signals. Still, you can see it's coming up here and butting up against this ATR line, but it's not. It's failing. We would have hit my 15-point profit target on the NQ here. So far on NQ tonight, if I go back here, and it looks like we can get rid of these white lines. Oh, yeah. What did I do? Crap. I deleted my Bollinger Vans. Well, that sucks. Can I hit Control Z? Any chance? Yeah, Control Z. Yay. Yes. Now we are bouncing here on the NASDAQ. But we look back here since open. Now right here, you see how this came up here huge right at the open and then pulled back? It was almost a guaranteed pullback from here. It went well up through the 3rd band, probably through the 4th band. It also went through the 80 line, through the Bollinger Band on the RSI. So if I wasn't paying attention right at open, but this would have been a good short. This came down from 581 all the way down to 48. So could easily we got the 15, could have even got 30. But that short right there, that was a trap. Uptrending bands, uptrending bottom bands, bands tightening. It wasn't going to go down. So that was a reversal. Came up. Now this buy signal was good. This would have been a 15-point win. Now this short signal, I was eating and preparing for the stream. This could have faked me out. I might have taken this, thinking that this band, you see how this came up and it was starting to come down and continued up. So this would have been one that would have faked me out and stopped me out if I had taken it. I would not have taken this buy signal. By the way, what was that signal that came up? Crude. Okay. Wouldn't have taken this because it pierced the third band. Anytime you see the pierce of the third band like that, usually means it's going to reverse at least a little bit, and it did. It reversed 93 to 86, so 7 points. Could be a 5-point scalp. That went back up, and I mean, if you held, it would have came down to 85. So you could have got, I don't know, oh, it's only 85, really? Yeah. Here we got another point out. It's not much, not that big of a deal. Obviously, the short signal here didn't work. I don't think I would have taken that. It's hard to say. This is the buy signal that I got stopped out on. And then this one. So we have two definite winners tonight. And even if I had taken this one and this one, if I had taken all four of these trades, two losses would have wiped out this one. So I'll still be up 15 points on this one from that one. That's on a 50% win rate. I'll be up 15 points if I was running one regular NQ. That's $300, or the micros. It's 150. 50% win rate. Now I am hoping to eventually find a nice sweet 2-to-1 sweet spot on every asset I trade. I'm not sure this will be possible. There's probably some that don't, aren't solid enough to get 2-to-1. Where I might have to settle for a 1.5 to 1. 2-to-1 is what I want to look for. 2-to-1 win rate, you can be wrong 66.6 or 66.7% of the time and still be break even. So my goal is to find something that works at least a 50% win rate. Because I mean, I don't want to be wrong 60% of the time. I mean, I'll still be profitable, but it'll be a struggle. Now, I have been using 16x8 on copper. For a while, that wasn't working. Now it seems like it is. But I've been hesitant to take it. Still wish copper had a viable micro, but it doesn't. As I'm also, right now, while I'm in the eval, and trying to get some positive momentum there, I'm trying to keep each loss under $100. So right now, if I stop out on the Nasdaq at a full stop at 7.5 points by 5 micros, I'm losing $75. Which means I can lose 22 trades in a row before hitting my daily loss. If I lose 22 trades in a row, then I need to find something else to do. Gold sending me a signal, as is the Russell. Big move there up on gold. Well, relatively big. It's 4 ticks. We're back at that same area, though, that it struggled here. You can see right here. So it still needs to prove itself. Gold's the other one I spent time on this weekend. Did the same 2 weeks. Gold was a bit more of a struggle, which surprised me. I thought gold would be easier than the NQ, and I'll show those results here shortly. I don't know if I'm actually talking to anybody. No one has said anything yet. But my streams seem to get some views. after I'm done. So this is oh, hello, hello. How you doing this evening? We do have uptrending bands and a slightly uptrending SMA line on this gold. Okay, that's cool. We see here before this big, huge 4 tick candle up. It did give us a reversal candle here. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask them here, even if it's not on something I'm currently talking about. I'll be happy to answer. Hey, John, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Hi, Eugen. How you doing? So on gold, I decided to go in the evenings at a 16 by 8. Uh, over a 2 week period, that actually gave me a very good win rate. 36 wins, 20 losses. But at same parameters in the morning, struggled. So I have to work on that. But yeah, it just excellent, over 60% win rate in the evenings at 16 by 8 on gold the last 2 weeks. Yep, gold just totally reversed. Uh, my innings going okay, Eugen. One win, one loss, down in like $50, but other than that, everything's good. Good. So are you up on your eval, John? You were in a top step eval, right? If my memory serves me correctly. We're consolidating now on the indices. They've kind of moved back to their SMA line. Slow and steady. Gold sending that short signal, and this is kind of interesting. Now, does this seem like it's broken? Let's see. Real quick evaluation here. Got down below this point here. This was the low of 1888. I'm sorry, 1818.8. Just exactly, excuse me, exactly where it's at now. I got to make a quick decision about when I want to jump in on this. Crap, I missed it. I didn't get my chart up fast enough. Plop down 6 ticks right off the bat. I don't like to chase after that. I gotta get better, quicker at grabbing my charts. So we'll watch that and see where that goes. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Top Step is a two-part. And what size account? What's your profit target? See NQ kind of bouncing off the SMA line and trying to head back down. Band's kind of curling with it. This might continue to head down. Oh, big reversal candle showing on gold there. Long down wick. So this might have been good that I didn't get in there. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Nope. It's making some really quick, violent moves. So profit target on that, is it 2,500? I don't remember Top Steps plans. Okay, here's a possible bounce on NQ. I'm sure you'll make it there, but I don't know what do you what's your profit daily on it? Gold's popped back up, sending a buy signal here. It's acting wonky. I'm not sure I trust it going either way. Like I said, normally I'm looking for a 16 tick move. And I'm not sure it's moved 16 ticks either way the entire night. Let's see. High of the day so far has been this candle? Really? No, this candle. 18.19.8, and the low is the opening candle of 18.17.9. Wow, it really hasn't. I thought I was kidding. 18.18.7, so 17.9 up to 19.8. It's only moved 21 total ticks the entire night. So it has absolutely no momentum either way. Ouch. Did a lot of losses just pile up, or did you have one or two big losers that? Copper with a 9 tick candle there. I don't want to stop me. And Q sending a buy signal here. It's interesting. It just broke up through the SMA. Looking like it wants to rebound. At the top of the Bollinger Bands on the RSI. Yep. I mean, I think the key is both indicators are good. I obviously I rely on indicators like the super trend and now this RSI thing, but it's you got to learn how things react and how they look. And I mean, there was one night that after I added the RSI, that I just sat back and watched charts, watched how it reacted on the chart, watched how it did what, and so on. I know there's people out there with the super trend that set it up automatically just to say every buy and sell signal and can't figure out why they're not profitable. When honestly, half the probably about a little less than half the signals are are crap, especially in a ranging market. So I think there's a balance there between both education, experience, and indicators. Yeah, and I ended up paying 50 a month or 40 a month, something like that, for that trendbot thing that turned out to be just a super trend in disguise. I think most of these indicators that people are selling probably can be found somewhere on TradingView or maybe NinjaTrader free. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling most of these are just repackaged, more common indicators. I mean, I felt ripped off because I paid for that for like 6, maybe 8 months. So they took like $300-400 from me before I didn't even realize that it was a super trend indicator. A friend found it. He started using super trend. He looked at the charts I was showing him. We were comparing notes on certain things. He's like, this is interesting. On this setting, this looks exactly the same. And I'm like, well, crap. And after more research, I realized all they did was take a free indicator and packaged it up as an algorithmic bot, and I fell for it. I was, my fault for falling for it, but that's not to say indicators are bad. Like I said, indicators are good, but I think you need to make them your own. Not, I mean, just like I put. Wow, it's all these signals that I keep accidentally knocking down. ESNQ. Okay, there's another signal NQ. Gold finally did decide to go in one direction here. As I was complaining about it having no range, this is about to hit it did hit my profit target. So complain about something and hit your profit target. Well, what I've decided to start doing, is my goal. I'm gonna try and find 2 to 1 on every asset. Now I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to. There's some that might not, but like now I'm doing 2 to 1 on um, NQ, and so in the evenings I'm looking for 15 points if I enter a trade with a stop loss of 7.5. And in the mornings I'm gonna be doing 30 by 15. That way I can be wrong more than 60% of the time and still be profitable. And I'm also doing it where I lose no more than $100 a trade. Actually, with in the evenings on NQ, my loss would be 75 and my win would be 150. With gold, my win would be 160 and my loss would be 80. That way, my stop loss, my daily loss limit, I should say. Oops, I just missed that trade here talking. How many's that up? I'll jump in. Hopefully, my getting in late there's not going to kill me. But uh, my daily loss limit is $1,750 on the earn to trade 75K account. I can lose at $75 or at $80 a loss. I can lose 22 trades in a row. Now, if I lose 22 trades in a row ever, I probably should go find something else to do. Let's see if I got in late here, because I got in really late. 83. I got in 4 points late. This might come down to stop me out. Yeah, this was a bad trade. Let's see if it saves me here, but this was a bad entry. I had 3 straight candles that broke Bollinger Bands. It's a sign of a reversal. Exactly. So yeah, I mean that but even if I win one trade, that covers two losses. And even if I'm obviously if I'm losing 66% of the time, then I need to find a new strategy. But right now, I mean that could be wrong 60% of the time and still pulling small profits. So I'm hoping to find a viable 2-to-1 strategy on each asset. I don't think I'm going to be able to do UltraBond because of its high tick rate, at least not until I can increase my loss per trade. Once I have a buffer, if I see something's giving me a 50% win rate, then instead of doing like 160 by 80, I can do 2 contracts where it's 320 by 160. I can start increasing the loss per trade because I'm getting the amount of wins per trade. I am slightly down. Actually, I figured out over the weekend, because I was using with the micro contracts so often, I'm down about 200, but without commissions, I'll be up about 300. About $500 have been blown in commission. So, it was over the weekend that I also did these evaluations for NQ and GC and decided on this 2-to-1 and how many ticks per trade. So I spent a lot of time, spent about probably 16 hours over the weekend analyzing. Okay, Nasdaq is trying to come back up here, maybe saving me from myself on that bad entry. Well, let's see. I'm going back to regular size contract on gold. I'm still using micros on NQ or MNQ. Just because it's impossible to stay under $100 on NQ of a loss. I mean, five points is just not enough space on NQ for a stop loss. There'd be too many times where it just kind of comes down, snaps you out, and then goes. So, got to stick with micros for on on NQ for now until I can eventually increase the amount I'm willing to lose on a trade. So if I had gotten in at the right time, I would be up now in this trade. I'm still down on it. I'm on this. Oh crap! I forgot to bring my chart up. Yeah, I'm in an MNQ trade right now. I keep forgetting to bring my charts up when I get into trades, and I'm actually in with 5. Because what 5 at a 15-point profit target is $150, and the loss is $75. So I'm paying. I believe it comes out to somewhere between $8 and $9 for commissions when you go in with 5, versus about $4 for 1 mini. So about double in commissions. But there was a point that I was going in with 6 on gold. 6 micros, I mean. Okay, so maybe I did get saved here. Let's see if this continues to head up. Yeah, half NQ. Now in the morning I'll be doing 30 by 15, so there I'll only be using 4 micros, I think. I think that's what I figured out. All this math. 30 points, yes. 6, no, 3 micros. I think. I don't remember now. 30 points. That's $60 yeah, that's going to be 180 by 90. It's a little bit higher than the $80 or $75 stop loss, but still under 100. Looking for 180 off of it. Come on. You know you want to go up. So gold finally did obviously break out, and it did it in a big way. It started here at 18.19.2. It's hit a high of 21.6, so it went up the 26 ticks. We're in the area right now in the NQ where it consolidated. Back here, if you look at the top left-hand corner, consolidated around this point. Try to get it back above. You can see here, this is also a spot where it kind of broke down. So we'll see if it can continue to head up. It didn't, like I said, I did miss the entry by 3 points. Let's see. See if it starts coming down to the SMA line. Lighter volume tonight with the holiday. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. If you're here from YouTube, please remember to hit that like button for me in the YouTube algorithm. If you hasn't subscribed, I would love to have you as a subscriber. NQ is consolidating. Copper is bouncing off its SMA line. Copper again would have hit my profit target. So copper's trying to be nice to me again. It, or, well, at least it's trying to convince me that I should get back into trading copper. I did get a win on it last week for the first win since November on copper. We'll see. There's a nice move on NQ. We're 8 minutes again till the top of the hour. I might be smart and take the profit before the top of the hour today if there, I mean this hour, if there is a, if it's still up at that point. Right back down to my entry. See if it bounces off the SMA. Crude. Don't like the looks of that. That looks like it's coming down. You see the band, top band's kind of trying to bend down. We'll see. Has broken the SMA on the RSI. Uh, no, not here. We got a little bit of snow Friday night into Saturday. Not a lot here. Other parts of the state got at least half a foot. Yeah, we haven't really got much yet either. Yep. And keep heading back up. Where I lived back in Pennsylvania, there was some years we wouldn't get anything, and then some years we would get walloped. Like some years we less than 10 inches. Then I remember there was a couple years we got like 90 inches, including one snowstorm that dropped 34. No, I lived in the eastern part of the state, Reading. It's about 60 miles northeast of Philly. I'm sorry, northwest of Philly. I have a feeling I should have took profit after that last candle. These bands are still constricting. It was slightly above the SMA on that Bollinger on the RSI. It seems like this might be the top of this move, but I'll wait and see, I guess. Top of the hour's coming up in a few seconds. Ah, the ones down in Atlantic City. There's the top of the hour. See if we get any kind of boost. Nothing yet. See if we get another bounce off this SMA. Now there's casinos all over. Pennsylvania legalized it a few years ago, so they're just about in every city now. Hanging in on this trade. Gold's come down on broken its SMA line. Yeah, Illinois has some too now, yeah. Atlantic City really isn't a destination much anymore, at least not for casinos. Las Vegas seems to be the only one that still has a destination for casinos. And I think it's because Las Vegas has done more than just be about gambling. They had the shows and all that as well. Yeah, I should have got out. I saw that curling. I saw it how tight it was against the bands, and I said I should have got out. Uh, see if it bounces off the bands here. Yeah, the 200 EMA is also down there, so let's see if we get any kind of a bounce back up. We do. If we get a bounce in this next candle, if I might cut it early. Seeming like it wants to head down. Thanks, man. Have a great night. Still hanging in here, waiting. It's sending me a short signal now, or it's trying to. There's a bounce back up. Let's see if it comes back up. Short signal on NQ now. See if it holds. Like it's coming down to stop me. Okay, so hey, have a good night. I took that loss on MNQ going long, and I just reversed right into a short position. Let's see if I can take 3 losses in a row. This is not a normal night because of the holiday. We are seeing lower volumes, so this might. I mean, I'm not going to be upset with my trading tonight so far. I'm trading my plan. Down $122 now. This honestly might be a night to take 5 points. Stop loss on this is 7.5 again, right above that SMA line. I may bring it down to hug that SMA line if the SMA line keeps coming down. Looking for some sort of momentum one way or the other. Right now it's chopping me up and spitting me out. UltraBond. See, gold's now sideways. Gold, of course, was the opportunity missed. Looks like Nasdaq's trying to come back up again. Honestly, if this comes up and stops me out again, I may switch to sim trading for the rest of the night. Because, like I said, this isn't a normal night. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get there. This does look like it's trying to stair step up to the SMA line. I expect tomorrow might have more volume than normal in the morning because of the missed day today. We shall see. Short signal on gold. There we go, coming back down on NQ. Maybe. See if this curls back down with the SMA. Oops, sorry about that. Sitting there right at the SMA. We hoping for a bounce back down, and we're getting it. Sitting right on the 200 EMA as well. Short signal. Gold. Almost back down to my entry. See if we get there. Yep, there we go. Back in the profit. And bounce right on my entry. Well, crap. It came down and actually got into profit and then bounced. See if it comes back. Oh, there's a nice move back down. This is like torturing me. I do. Oh, okay. So it's staying here. Two ticks for my entry. Back to my entry. Yay. Excuse me. Bounce. Another big bounce. Okay, we're moving my stop down because the SMA line now down to 15,584. So we're going to move it down just above there. Copper sending a signal. Metals are all sideways right now. Hey, there we go. Back down into profit. Starting to wonder if that's a gift and I should just take it. I said that the last time, it's when it was up high, and I ended up taking the loss. Hello, Mr. Higgles. How have you been? What's wrong? There we go. Now we got some momentum downward. Well, we had some momentum downward. We're gonna stop down 2 more points, trailing the SMA. Basically trailing the SMA by 2 points. And Q, finally giving us some downward momentum, is running into a Bollinger Band, so we'll watch that. That's a nice move. Liking that. Yep, bounced again. It's coming back. Coming back up. Well, Mr. Higgles, I won't pry, but hope whatever's going on gets for you gets better. Definitely struggling here. Let's look back here. See, the low of this previous move was 72. We just got down to 74, so we might be hitting a support area. Gold trying to send us a short signal, but it's been tight for the last half hour. Moving our profit target up. Not sure we're gonna hit it. I think we're gonna reversing back to a small loss. Seeing whether or not this bounces off this SMA or not. But it looks like the SMA is starting to flatten. At this point, I moved my stop to just 2 points behind my entry because it's about 2 points above the SMA. The SMA is now at my entry point. UltraBond. SMA line is actually now below my entry. This has been really tight since the entry. Be nice to see a quick move down. Oh, ask and I shall receive. Wow. Not sure where that came from, but okay. Wow. Okay, we just hit our profit target on 4. We have one still going, trailing. Put the trailing right behind that last big candle. Thank you, Evolved. Patience is a virtue, and I waited it out. Thank you, Mr. Higgles. That's if we continue to head down or if it's going to reverse. That candle was I mean, it looks huge, but that was only a 6-point candle. Though the wick made it bigger, obviously. How are you tonight, Evolved? Cool. Yeah, I missed the long on gold earlier because it was in that range. I didn't trust any of the signals, and then it ended up going real well on that last one. Are we heading back down? Still in this trade with 1 micro. Move the stop, so we're guaranteed 4.5 points if it reverses here. As the stop trails. I hope so too. It's been very, I mean, very docile tonight, except for that one big move up so far. Yes, folks, I did find a way to use the word docile on stream. Russell. Definitely seems like it doesn't want to get down below this level. Oh, no. It's teasing with taking out my trailing. Okay, there it took out my trailing. So overall, good winning trade. One loss to 2 wins tonight now. ES is actually now sending a buy signal. Down $34 on the evening. Now, we can see here, I would have been paying attention to this. The RSI line did break the Bollinger Band here on this candle down, the one that hit my profit target, and then reversed. It basically called this reversal. Now, it just took me out. I might have had my trailing stop too tight because you see it's coming back down. So I might have been able to get more out of this trade, but we'll see what happens. But either way, this reversal ended up being 4 points. So I mean, obviously on micros that wouldn't have been much, but once I get up to majors, if I had taken this reversal trade here and just scalp for 4 points on 2 contracts, that's 160, or one contract's 80. More than I make in a day now on my regular stuff. And that's the way I gotta look at things. I'm gonna mark this off. And it's actually good I did move my profit target. My profit target would have been 15, and I moved it up to 10. And it hit 10. It would not have hit 15. This actually is probably would have turned into a losing trade if I had not moved up my profit target. I moved up my profit target. Well, technically, that's against my whole trading plan of the whole 2-to-1. Um, but it's a slower night. And sometimes you gotta react to what the market's giving you. Slower night, so move it up. Like I said, this trade I was in, this is the trade I lost on the long from 84. Obviously it only got up to 92. and then came down. So I mean, then I got in three ticks late. So I got in at 87. So it went up 5 points for me. Once I seen that it double topped here basically and started coming down, that should have been my message to get out. Or when it broke the SMA, should have been my message to get out. So we'll see if this ends up ever again going to that 15-point profit target. And see if I was just too skittish. Profit's profit, and the fact that I'm only down 34 after losing 2 trades and only winning 1 is a good thing. Especially on a night where there's not a lot of volume. There's not a lot of volatility. It kind of lulls you to sleep. Now this oil trade, this would have been good. This long signal here in oil. But would have went... It's like 30 ticks, 32 ticks, something like that. I eventually want to find a 2-to-1 that works in oil, probably thinking 20 to 10. But I haven't done that research yet. I need to hire a research assistant that's willing to work for free. With no benefits. See, it's hanging out right in the SMA line there on the NASDAQ. If you look in the top upper left-hand corner. Copper sideways, gold is sideways, everything is boring. What's up on the economic calendar for the week? I haven't looked. Let's check it out since we don't have anything else going on at the time. Economic calendar for the week. Let's see. Tomorrow. Housing market index at 10 a.m. Nothing big there. Be just a Wednesday morning, 2 a.m. Eastern. You have Great Britain's inflation rate coming out, and all its core inflation, PPI, all that. That could send some market volatility overnight. For us on Wednesday, our inflation rate comes out that same day. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. That's Canada. Canada's comes out. As for us, uh, oops, copper, nothing. CBOT. What do you mean long CBOT? Housing permits and stuff on Wednesday. That doesn't look like anything major. Of course, Thursday's weekly jobless claims. Oh, the UltraBond. Now? Or, yeah, the bond really doesn't have much volume right now. Less than like 20 on each candle. Oops. And Friday, nothing really on Friday either. So pretty tame week news-wise. Nothing that's going to really drive the market. Yep. But a week from Wednesday, January 25th, we seem to have an FOMC meeting. That should be fun. The NASDAQ kind of bounced here, came up, tried to send a buy signal, bounced. Well, it looks like I might want to head back down. It's still would not have reached my 15-point profit target. Like I said, I moved it to 10, and that's how we got that win. Be curious to see whether it actually reaches 15. Agriculture is sideways. Nothing exciting there either. Right now, crude is the runner of the evening. If you look at this crude chart, the run actually started back here, right before 8 o'clock. 83.64. You know, got a couple pullbacks along the way. But 83.60 or 80, yeah, 83.64, and it's now up to 84.23. So up about 60 ticks, $600 a contract. This buy signal here would have been good. Somehow I missed it. I think I just ignored it. And it was actually a very good buy signal because you see this pullback and then it kept going. So if I got in 84.11, I'll be up. I would have been up as much as 16 ticks. It looks like it wants to continue going. Although it is above the 70 line on the RSI, so that's something to keep an eye on. Here's folks. Big dump down there on the NQ. It would have reached my 15-point profit target. I went 15. The entry was 815. I got in at 15,580. And it went down as far as 15,561 at this point. So it went 19 total points at this point. Saying point a lot. So it would have reached my profit target. I should have stayed in. But it was still a green trade. A very good green trade, so I can't complain too much. And also there on the NASDAQ, you saw how far it went below that third band. It's now pulling back. Most of the time when you see a band break like that, it indicates at least a reversal, maybe up to the SMA line. In this case, it's reversed about 4 points, 5 points maybe, and even more if you count the wick on this on the that candle. So that'd been a good way to scalp. If you're just looking at this, that you know, at one thing and just concentrating in it, that's the kind of things you can pick up. You're happy about that one tick move up there, Hickles? Be nice to find one more good trade. Love to end the night green. Being down 34 isn't bad, but love to end the night green. So the Nasdaq, the SMA line has leveled out now. It seems to be hugging that. And now it sends a buy signal. Big candle up. 8 points, which is big for tonight. See, this move on this call in the ES would have ended up being excellent. Pull back here. Did get up into the bands. I'm hesitant on this. That went up too fast. I guess I shouldn't have been hesitant on that because it's now up 4.5 points. Let's see what it does. Probably a missed opportunity. Remember, I am back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, probably for about 3 hours of streaming. I'm sorry, 7:30 a.m., not 7, 7:30. All right, for about 3 hours of streaming. Natural gas. See it pull back now after that big move up. That's what I expected. See if it continues to show weakness here or if I missed the opportunity. UltraBond popping up there with Higgles. Gold sending a buy signal here as well. All of a sudden, everything kind of came to life. As I said, right after I said I'm not sure we're going to see any excitement anymore tonight. Guess that was all that was needed. Kind of consolidating there on the Nasdaq after that move up. Copper also sent us a buy signal. I didn't like the looks of it. Gold is trying to come up here. Did send a buy signal, but struggling to get back above these this same area as from earlier. You see, it's popped up the high of the. I think it just made a new high of the day. But besides that, I mean, it got up to 21.8 here, or 21.8 here, 21.8 here, 21.7, 21.7, 21.6, 21.6, 21.6. Now it's at back up to 21.7. So the high was over here at 21.8. So need to see if it can break that. Yeah, copper's looking kind of strong. It's been in an uptrend now. Basically, since it's moved back here that I missed, although it's been a very choppy upwards momentum. Let's take a look at it. See what. This one would have stopped me out before I went. This one was probably good though. Even though I don't like to take it when they're up in the bands like that, but we got in there. Looking for 16 ticks. And it did get there, so that would have been a good signal back there. The choppiness scares you away, you know, especially when it's sending rapid fire signals. Gold and gold and the Nasdaq have kind of leveled off. So far, this move on gold is only going up 21.2 to 21, so it's only a 5-tick move so far. Remember, MightyOxTrading now does have a Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at MightyOxTrading. I post my P&L and a quick synopsis there every day, and reminders about live streams, and retweet a few things here and there that it might be interesting to someone that's following futures or things like financial reports and all that exciting stuff. Russell. Copper's pulled back now. Short signal. Broke through the SMA line right away. Heading downward. Let's see if it continues to go down. I need to do this weekend. I plan on doing a full analysis on the last 2 weeks of copper and probably crude oil. We're gonna go bouncing. Bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. Bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. NASDAQ pulled back. So really didn't go anywhere off of that big candle. From 81 to 86, so 5 points. Has now pulled back. See if it bounces off the SMA. Gold is sideways. Crude still going up. So crude's giving me two opportunities to enter, and I haven't taken either one of them because I'm an idiot. Oops. Both could have given me 30 ticks. I actually think crude's might be hitting a pretty significant high here. Let's look. Yep, crude saw this high back in October 25th of 85.41. So we're less than 100 ticks away from that. And that's the highest crude's been since 2014. So we're in levels on crude oil that we haven't seen in 7 years. Over 7 years. So that's something to keep an eye on. That also means prices are going up at the pump. NASDAQ below the SMA line, but hugging it. Gold did continue on now. Watch me not have taken this gold and it ended up going. Let's look. We'll draw out the 16 ticks. Actually, it goes off the screen, so let's make that bigger. 16. 8-point stop. 8-tick stop. See what that does. It's gone 12 of those 16 ticks so far. So gold's the other thing that seems to be going up tonight. So we had this long consolidation period. And now continuing. Daily chart on gold. Kind of consolidating on the daily, trending upwards, but see it pull back. It's just kind of hanging around. Been checking out platinum again a little bit lately. But it's been spotty tonight, as expected. Yeah, UltraBond has come up. It's come up 5 ticks since this low down here. This is the buy signal though. It's only given 1 tick. This is UltraBond's daily chart look like. Daily, wow. At 187.4. Oh, this isn't a March. Hold on a minute. Let's go to UB. Continuous contract in front. We haven't been this low in the UltraBond since June of last year. Gold's pulled back to its SMA. Nasdaq broke under its SMA. Gold sending us a short signal. ES and NQ sending us a short signal. Big move down there on Nasdaq. Gold trying to bounce though there on its SMA. UltraBond, short signal now. What? About 10:15 on the East Coast. Nothing exciting happens. Probably cut it in about 15 minutes. If anything exciting starts to happen, we'll go to the top of the hour. That was a nice little bounce there off that band break on the Nasdaq. Not a huge. Looks like copper's wanting to come down. You see, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, I'm sorry, upper right-hand corner, I'm looking to make it bigger. We've got this short signal here, bounced off the 200 EMA and kind of the band here. The SMA here is still coming up. It leveled out here. This pulled back. And it pulled back from 42440 to 44475. So actually it didn't pull back enough that it would have stopped me out. 7-tick pullback. Now it seems like it had down 3 broken or below. And it seems like it might want to now come down. Gold sending a short signal. So I never got more than, let's see, 12 ticks off of that move. NQ here, this looks like it might want to go downish. But these are really small candles. Kind of a grind down here on NASDAQ. These are not even 1 point candles. How often do you see less than 1 point candles on NASDAQ? I think you're looking at the ES. Now, see, yeah, it's the same thing really on gold here. Got the short signal on gold. It's going down a tick. Crude, meanwhile, continues to head up. Oops, that was a daily chart. Never mind. Let me go back to the 1 minute chart. Crude's kind of, looks like crude's leveling off here. Slow. That gold signal might have been, that might end up being good. We'll see. It's hard to tell when things are so slow. And the thing is, I mean, yeah, tonight is more slow than normal. Slower than normal. More slow, slower, whatever the correct term is. But sometimes other ETFs can be like this. You know, when I was doing my analysis of gold and NASDAQ, I think it was gold, I had one trade that would have lasted for 4 hours. So, I mean, it does happen even on other nights. And you just gotta be patient. Like, I wasn't patient earlier and I cost myself 5 points on the NASDAQ. Yeah, oh, big moves down here on NASDAQ. So this one, let's see. So this one entered 15, 573.50. It's going down to 15.58. So crap, that would have given me 15 points. But that said, that was not a good signal candle. And I'm not sure where I should have taken maybe another signal to get back in. Maybe the next first red candle, which would have been the same level. So maybe that would have been the better candle to get in on. Coming down this far, then reversing. I mean, it reversed from 68 all the way back up to 76. So it reversed by 8 points, but then it came back down. So this would have been a good entry, and obviously would have got my 15. So missed opportunity there, but was not a good candle to enter on. The missed opportunity here on gold too. Or yeah, it's also looks like it's gone 16 ticks. So that's one of the dangers of a slow night. It can kind of lull you to sleep, and then you don't take the trades that will work. You see that would have been a 16-point winner. Now this one would not have been a winner. So technically I would have been in this trade until there where it stopped me out. But if I was smart, I would have right there hit the reversal button. And I actually would have got like a 2-tick winner off of that trade and into that trade. You can see that it consolidated for a good, looks like, what, about 45 minutes? No, almost an hour. With only one signal that was obviously bad. But, you know, I I didn't take it seriously once, it came out of that, but I should have. Because what do our wandering eyes did appear? Widening bands. It came down here first and then reversed, and the bands are starting to widen. And that's a sign that range is breaking. And I just didn't react to it. That's fine. I just got to be taking more trades. That's what I promised myself when I did this um, analysis over the weekend. That got to take more trades. And honestly, like even way back here. Now, I mean, obviously this looks ugly back here at the open. But say I'd taken that trade right there. First buy signal after the open. And honestly, it would have been a guess. But 8 tick stop, 16 tick profit. And that would have led to a win. Now, it would have been the same win off of this as this buy signal. So it would only be one win. And this was obviously the safer play. But, either way, that would have been one win. So if I had gotten that signal and this signal would have been a loser. Let's just say it would have been a loser, not a winner. I'd be up 2 wins, 1 loss. So I'll be up 24 ticks, $240. Oh. And NASDAQ has continued to come down. So off of this short signal, it's come 19 points so far. So again, missed opportunities. You see, this would have been a winner. I probably would have taken this one. This one would have been a loser. I should mark that. As I want to try to keep this analysis going. So, mark that. Let me look, Kegels. Yes, there was, and it would have. Well, let's see. Doop, 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 doop. Honestly, it would have worked too, because normally, 6 to 3 is what I'm usually working for. Now, the question is, would I have gotten filled? There wasn't much volume, so I don't know if I would have gotten filled. But even so, it's actually gone, looks like 8 ticks now. Yeah, it's gone 8 ticks. So yeah, that would have been a good signal too. Actually, now we're getting an alert on the RSI. Looks like it's now going 10 ticks. No, 9. 9 ticks. RSI is... How the... Sorry, I put the... Put it on the wrong chart? No. Oh, that's right. I know. Okay. Anyway, the RSI here you see is down to almost the 80 line. I'm sorry, the 20 line. 2102. So, curious to see if that reverses. Gold's also sending us an R. Oh, big reversal there. Well, I shouldn't say big. It was 2 ticks. Excuse me. I just squeezed. So we've missed 2 good trades. 3 if you count the UltraBond, but I really wasn't looking at the UltraBond at all. Actually, every trade of the most recent signal we missed. Look at this gold. Look at this copper. So again, I got gold to sleep tonight. Futures just sang me a lullaby, and this would have been a winner. 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 Obviously, the last signal in crude would have been a big winner. S&P, I haven't figured out a parameter on that yet. Probably winner. Russell's the only one that doesn't look like it would have done anything. But it does look kind of like a dragon with big lips. And natural gas really hasn't done much. But yeah, on my 4 majors here, all 4 would have been winners. Yes, that's frustrating. Crude pulling back. After that long uptrend, it kind of consolidated. Now it's giving us a short signal. That's kind of interesting. I do not have a parameter yet on crude. We can do a micro crude though. And I don't really have an ATM strategy either. Do 30, 20 and I'll manage it. And we'll do 3. Because I'm conservative. Sell the market. 84. No, wait. No, wait. Something's wrong here. Oh, no. Good. Okay. Wait. Trading View is giving me a different... Do we roll crude oil this week? Trading View and NinjaTrader aren't matching up, and so I'm going to stay away from crude. NQ, big move down. So this is now going like 30 points. 32. More, about 35. So here's the big move. So one day, once I have my evals passed and all that, I'm going to get into a move like this and just hold at least a contract and use either the ATR or the SMA line as my stop loss. Whereas I can get 30 plus points off of it. That's a big move down. Gold also. So both of these are making fools of me. Copper going down, UltraBond going down. Everything losing its mind now. Everything just bleeding out. Oh, we have a break of the 80 line on the NASDAQ though. Boop, 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 boop. Do I take a chance? Break of the 80 line usually indicates we're near a reversal stage, and you see it is reversing here. Staying below the 80. Continuing down. It's now going 39 points as a short signal. Now going more than 39 points as a short signal. It's now going, wow. It's now going 50 points. Holy Hana. Long at what green candle? What are we talking about? We're below the 80 line on gold as well. Trying to decide if I'm going to try playing a reversal when the time is right. When the time is right. Oh, hold on a minute. So I said, maybe something exciting will happen. I didn't actually expect anything exciting to happen, but this is pretty exciting. Now, did I get any of it? No, but let's see. Ooh, that might be the reversal we're looking for. Holding, waiting to see. I want to see it come back up and break that 80 line back, 20 line coming back up. So far, it's not doing that. Gold continuing to come down. Wow. So what the heck spooked the market at whatever? This is just... RSI down to under 10. Wow. This is definitely due for a reversal. Here might be it. That looks a lot like a reversal candle. Going long. I'm long, playing this reversal. Going for 10 points. Let's see if we get him. Oop, crap. Gold's reversing here at the same time. Hopefully this is a good sign. Ah, crap, it's going to stop me. Well, yeah, I stopped out. That was a bad play, I guess. I thought for sure we were going to reverse there. Back down to being down 114 on the night. That was a bummer. Still below that 80 line. Probably should have waited till I probably should have waited till I got above the 80 line, above this yellow SMA line. Maybe we'll try again. My trailing might have just been too tight for this all of a sudden hot market. Gold has dropped. $500 a contract. Nasdaq's continuing to head down. This was a 70-point move down now on Nasdaq. Oh wait, no. Yeah. What's Ultra doing? Oh yeah, Ultra's going down nicely too. Oh, I was definitely wrong about where that was reversing. This is just kind of weird. This is just, and all of a sudden, all out bleed out, down 74.5 points since that short signal, and over 100 points off the high, I believe. 84 points now. No, I'm sorry, 70. I apologize. I looked at the wrong thing. Ah, come on, go. That again looks like a reversal candle. And again, it continues to go down, so ignore that. 79 points now. Wow. 80. Our line's been under 20 now for the last 10 minutes. Still under 10, as a matter of fact. It's ultra frustrating to miss a move like this. I could have taken any of these short signals and any of these four, and I would have won. Okay, possible reversal candle here. We see it coming up, breaking, trying to get back up to the yellow line, trying to get back up to the SMA line. More red. You see copper doing the reversal. See gold doing the reversal. I have the window up for NQ. So we'll try to play that. Even though right now it looks like gold would have been the one to play. But we'll see. Wow. And now we're down 95 points since that short signal. This is an amazing fall for this time of night. I'm quickly checking Twitter to see if something happened. If there's anything breaking news-wise. Not seeing anything. Now down 100 points since this that short signal that I missed. This is frustrating. Looks like UltraBond there is leveled out, Higgles. Gold came back up a little bit. I gotta get better. I gotta get better at hitting these moves. Okay, seeing a green candle here. Uh, Eugen. It's sorry, Nightbot warned you of that. Nightbot can be a little bit heavy-handed. Okay, NQ has popped up. It's actually popped up 7.5 points on this candle. Trying to see whether or not this is the reversal I've been waiting for. Shouldn't trade while sleeping, Higgles. I'm not even sure I'm going to play a reversal at this point. Bands have tightened on the RSI that quick move ups is going to bounce off that band. I don't know. This is amazing. This is now gone. It's 100 points. Wow, another big move down. Now 109 points. 117 points. This is quite honestly heartbreaking that I didn't catch any of this. Literally thousands of dollars I just missed. And this is what frustrates me. I hesitate and I don't hit the big moves. I don't hit any moves. And yeah, I'm not going to play this reversal now. I really wanted to. I really, was expecting the reversal. But at this point, I've never dealt with a drop down this much, this far, where if you look here, and this is the same thing on all these charts. Um, yeah, the yellow line, the SMA line below the 80 line. Now, we've actually gotten above the 80 line on the RSI. But look at that top Bollinger Band. It's below the 30 line. So it doesn't really have that far. I mean, here you see a bounce up. And I mean, this is a 7.5 point bounce up. But, I mean, we had one there, that one there. You can see it's just hugging that Bollinger Band. I mean, I think we're going to bounce here soon. But it's like, and this might be it right here. Or not. Your UltraBond's continuing to go down, Higgles. Yeah, this is frustrating. I mean, I know there'll be more moves, but I mean, how did I miss this? I shouldn't say I mean, I know how I missed it. I understand how I missed it, but still. And we're still going down. And no matter what, I'm going to cut the stream in 7 minutes. We'll continue tomorrow. Maybe we'll still be going down as I come on tomorrow morning. Absolutely amazing drop. Still going down. Oh, that looks like, well, never mind. Seems like it's running out of steam a bit. You have a small green candle here on this candle. Yeah. Well, see there. It's hard to read, honestly. UltraBond sending a buy signal, so that would be the one to play that bounce on, apparently. Come up a few ticks. Gold's just kind of leveled out. Copper's kind of leveled out. So has the Nasdaq. Not really a bounce, just a level. I need to see what Crude did at all. Crude also came down on this. I was even saying about taking that short too. Of course, the S&P and the Russell and that natural gas didn't care about anything that was going on. Oh. Okay, guys. That's where I'm going to call it for tonight. Very upset with myself for missing these opportunities. And here's the bounce on the Nasdaq. I was going to take it at 64. It's up to 71. That's the bounce I was waiting for. So not my night, but coming back tomorrow morning. I'll be on at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. 6:30 my time. Barely awake, but I'll be here. And hopefully get back the loss from the night. And hopefully catch a move like this tomorrow. Have yourselves a great night, everyone. Get some sleep, Higgles. And I'll see everyone in the morning. Bye.